So thanks for coming in spite of the weather and in spite of the traffic. So here we go. We are continuing with the ocean wave and the sunbeam and the sun. So let us come to some conclusion. Can the wave exist without the ocean? No. And is the wave an integral part of the ocean? Everything that the ocean has, does the wave also have?
Yes.
So, in every wave, the power of the whole ocean is present. And if you take that analogy deeply and accept the truth that you are the wave and God is the ocean, then you have to apply that truth to yourself, that the ocean has got everything, the wave has got everything that the ocean has. Can you accept that? There is nothing there's nothing in the ocean that the wave does not have. The whole power of the ocean is present in the wave. The whole DNA of the ocean is present in the wave. The whole manifestation of the ocean as a liquid, as made of H2O, except the same thing is there in the wave. And so the wave can either decide, as we have decided in an insane manner, that I am alone, I'm a poor wave, and all the other waves also are there. I hate that wave. I love this wave. And so we continue to break ourselves off consciously or unconsciously from the ocean. So what are we doing? We are using the power of the ocean to break away from the ocean. Can you believe that? We are using the power that God has given us by making us a part of Himself. We are using that power to tell Him, no. And God is saying, I gave you the power. Now if you want to decide that you are not a part of me, so be it. But the thing is, it is only in your mind. It is not in reality. The wave can decide that it is a bird. And imagine that it is a bird for the rest of its life, the short life. And say, I am not the ocean. I am a bird. So for the ocean, it is not true, because the ocean knows the truth. This wave is me. But the wave decides, no, I am not the ocean. And so there are two levels of consciousness. One is the ocean saying, you are part of me and you can never be away from me. And so let us see that how Christ says it and how we say it in Christianity. I have an unconditional love for you. You can think what you like. You can be what you like. You can do what you like. But I can never separate myself from you, not because I don't want to do it, but because I can't. God can't separate Himself from me, just as the ocean can't separate itself from the wave. And that's the beauty of our human existence, to acknowledge that I am the wave and I have the power of the ocean behind me. Therefore, if that is true, all that is happening in your life right now, moment by moment, is what you have decided you wish to have. So there is no chance, there is no coincidence, there is no God sending this on you. God is saying, I am the wave, you're my ocean. I am the shepherd, you're my sheep. I am the vine, you're the branches. And we are telling God, you're nuts. I am not a branch. And he says, I give my blood, my lifeblood, the sap of the tree goes into the branches. I feed you with myself. And we tell him, no, forget about it. I have to go to work. I have to listen to the phone calls. I have to commute. I have to do this. You are not feeding me. I am feeding myself. Okay, God, now shut your mouth and don't tell me again that you are feeding me. And so, it is time for us in this part of this lesson number 4 of our spirituality course to acknowledge, in one way at least, that the ocean and the wave are one, the sunbeam and the sun are one, God and me are one, the Father and I are one. Therefore, all my thoughts, because the Father and I are one, all my thoughts become reality. Can you believe that? You're creating a reality with your thoughts because you're as powerful as God is. Your thoughts are creating the next moment. Your thought is creating the next moment. Your thought is creating the next moment. There is no outside force outside of you that is deciding things for you. So get that into focus. Therefore, you can now change. If all that is happening in your life is your decision, can you accept that? Because once you say it is your decision, then there is no need to pray to God to tell Him to change your life. Because first of all, He did not make the life that you have made. You have made it yourself. Because He has given us the power. We are made according to the image of God. We are the sons of God. We are the light of the world. We are the city built on the hilltop. We are that. So, it's your decision. If it is your decision to be a victim, if it is your decision to be judgmental, if it is your decision to be poor, if it is your decision to be unhealthy, if it is your decision, therefore, you can decide to change. That's what the whole of spirituality is about. You can say that was ignorance in Buddhism. What is the meaning of living in darkness? The greatest evil in Buddhism is ignorance. So now we are coming to the light, and the light means I am going to take away your ignorance. Ignorance is darkness. We have lived in darkness without knowing that we are the most powerful. Now the light is coming. You have to decide to change. And how do you decide to change? By desiring. Do you desire change? Do you desire change? Let us not talk of major changes. Let us talk of minor changes. Do you desire to change the color of your bedsheet? Do you desire to speak with a softer voice? Do you desire, my famous thing, to change your place in church? Do you desire to drive faster or slower? Do you desire to change the color of your hair? These small things that it's like, doing some exercise. I desire to walk a little faster than I usually do. I desire. So now you have done that exercise, or I desire to wear a different color this for the next 5 days, and confirm that desire So then you will know, and you will get the strength to say, you know what, I just have to desire, and I have to stick to that desire, and I have the world on my fingertips. We are going deeper into this desire for the rest of this lesson. Desire, therefore, is the first step of the 5. I'm going to teach you 5 steps of how to change your decision and how to bring about change in your life. The first and the greatest step is to desire. So for the next week or till we have the next lesson, I want you every day in the morning and maybe every hour, and this is my favorite thing because I did it myself. You have a clock or something like that, or have your phone, it's just ring every hour. And every hour tell yourself and remind yourself, I desire. I desire not to be silent on my whole commute. Even if somebody showed me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 25 fingers, I am not going to respond to that. Even if someone cuts me off, I'm not going to. I desire, it is my desire not to respond. Or you can say, okay, I got up in the morning, every day I'm having cereals for breakfast. Today I will have mashed potatoes. Why? Because I desire. Just this small things you do because you desire, and you will see this small change becoming into a big change. So desire is very, very important. Let me ask you another question. How did God create the world? Because of?
Because he wanted.
He desired. The whole of creation arose from God's desire. And why are you sitting down there? Why were you born? Why did you come into this world? Because you are a desire of God. Each one of us is a desire of God. The ocean is a desire. Everything is. God created the whole universe because He wanted to. And you know what? We are in charge. Each one of us is in charge of our own universe. I have a universe which is called the Nelson universe. Chris has a universe which is called the Chris universe. Allison has a universe which is called the Allison universe. And we are therefore creating our own universe within the universe that God created. Imagine there are as many universes on this planet as there are people. Each one totally different, each one totally having different desires, each one having a different outlook, each one having different thirst, having different hungers, having different culture, each one, wow, each person is made up of galaxies and galaxies of gases that make up that being. And who's doing all that? It is the desire. Look therefore and be very careful, my dear brothers and sisters, of what you desire. Very careful of what you desire. Now you will be able to be in control of the mind, which has so far desired like a donkey. Now you're going to tell the mind, you nonsense, you have been ruining my life by putting out desires that I don't want, and then they are coming and they are hitting me hard and I'm blaming God. Now, you bloody mind, I'm going to tell you what to desire. With that, spirituality means taking control of your life. And you begin by taking control of your all-powerful mind. Your mind is like the lamp of Aladdin. The Aladdin takes the lamp and rubs it, and boom, one guy says, "What do you want?" He says, "I want to go on a flying carpet." "Okay, yeah, master." So we are all involved. And that guy who wrote might have been a very spiritual person who wrote the story of Aladdin. So here you have what they say, that the universe is waiting for your command. Waiting for your command. You're not small, you're not little, you're not a sinner, you're not a criminal, you're not an individual, you're not little, you're not unworthy, you're not without dignity. No. Everything that can be said about God can be said equally about you. Are you ready to accept that? And you do that by doing the first step of harnessing the power of desire. So that's a great thing that we are called to do. And because so far we didn't know that we had this lamp in our hand, I just have to rub it and then it comes through. Be careful, be very careful of what you desire. And so now you can really keep on rubbing that lamp over and over again and bring and ask for desire. What? Desire enlightenment. What do you want to desire? Desire peace in your own life. What to desire? Desire joy. What to desire? Desire relationships that are very fruitful. What to desire? Desire hope. Desire holiness. Which maybe you have never desired. You have just, I think I have to struggle a lot to be holy. So you know what the universe says? Okay, I'm going to make you struggle a lot. No, spirituality is very difficult. But I don't think I will ever be like the other saints. I'm not a saint. So the universe says, yeah, okay, you donkey, you don't become a saint. And so you keep on struggling to be a saint, but your desire is not to be one. So we have to come into that, into the greatness of ourselves and change our universe by setting up a desire. So what happens here? Here you have the whole universe of here you are in this universe. You have this whole universe. You know what is this universe made up of? It is made up of these are all millions of possibilities. This universe is made up of millions of possibilities. And you and I, like nuts, we have chosen this possibility to be unhealthy. We have chosen this possibility to be stressed out. We have chosen this possibility to have no joy. We have chosen this possibility in order to fix ourselves and to continue to fix. So can you see? We can therefore choose other possibilities. And my friend, this is not spirituality, okay? This is quantum mechanics. Anybody knows what is quantum mechanics? Nobody knows what's quantum mechanics. I will explain as gently as possible. Quantum mechanics is something that came up after Albert Einstein started saying E is equal to mc square. So this E is energy. Is equal to mass. Okay? So it is energy that makes mass. So mass is something that you can see. Energy is something that you cannot see. Correct? Energy is vibrations. This is matter. Now, somebody by chance made an experiment. The experiment goes like this. It is called a double slit experiment. So what he did is, here you have a screen with two slits. Here you have a projector that is shooting photons into the slits. And here you have another screen that is getting the photons that are shot. Now, what do you expect? When this one is shooting the photons, it should go either to this and make a thing here, or it should go either to this. So you should get two lines corresponding to these two lines. For the last 50 years they have tried and they can't get it. What's happening? Instead of getting two lines, they are getting 5. So they are getting 2 dark lines and they are getting 3 softer lines. So why the heck this guy who's shooting 1 photon should have 5 lines instead of 3? So they thought and they thought and they thought, and they came to the conclusion, brilliant conclusion, on which for the past 70 years the world is running, and you and I have no clue how spiritual the world is becoming. So they say, when this guy shoots the photon is a probability. It might become matter. So it's a probability being shot, and so this probability is a wave, and so this wave goes through this, and it comes out here, and because all the high points of the wave becomes so a possibility goes through this as a wave. A wave means a possibility, a probability. It goes through this. So everything in this universe is a probability. There is nothing that is not a probability. So before anything can become mass, before a star can become a star, it is probable to become a star. Before I can become who I am a probability. I might become me, I might not become me. It's difficult to wrap your head around it. So now, if they want two waves to come, they don't want the other things to come. You know what they have to do? Here comes the beauty. You need an observer. If there is an observer watching what is happening, the wave function collapses, and this becomes a matter. The probable now becomes a real. How? just with an observer being there. This is the scientific truth. So the observer changes the probability into something that is real. The observer does it. Even if the observer is a cat or a dog or a human being. So my dear friends, just by observing your thoughts, you can change the world and make it real. Wow. Just by observing your thoughts are probability waves. And by observing your thoughts, you can change the direction of your life and you can change the direction of the observer changes energy into matter. Can we say therefore that without knowing it, we are like God creating the universe from nothing, and it has taken science thousands of years to come to this theory which is called a quantum theory. If you still want to learn, go to YouTube, go something and Google it and find out what is quantum theory, what is quantum mechanics, what is quantum, and there are so many things. I just showed you the beginning of it. But if you go deeper, it is mind-boggling. It is mind-boggling. So that's all I want to say. Even if you don't understand, I don't care. But at least I have started you to think. You have to. I want you to start thinking that science and spirituality are becoming linked. Are becoming so fantastically linked. You just can't believe it. And so therefore there are two groups of scientists. The scientists who say this is all fake, and yet they are proving it over and over and over and over again. So that, my dear friends, see this lesson. See the line here. Oh my gosh, where did you go? See, from an infinite number of possibilities, we decided to be alone, to be separate and to die. There was a moment when we thought that this was a real cool idea and we fell for it. It is good to die, it is good to, and we fell for it. This was a way to experience that which we could never have experienced. So how did we experience that? The only way we could do it was by entering into a dream. Have you ever considered what if you could live your life without fear of survival? Really? Would you be doing what you are doing right now? Would you be doing a job you don't really like? Would you be with a partner that you are with as a way of being codependent? What would it be like if you had absolute freedom? This can only happen in the silent depths of the ocean. So what is meditation? Meditation is sinking the wave and the ocean, becoming one and going to the depths and experiencing your freedom. Going into the depths and experiencing the possibilities that the universe is opening up before you. Going into the depths and remaining there, and maybe watching God create millions and millions of things. Every second, every nanosecond, there is creation going on. So when you become identified, this is a beautiful line, the second line from the bottom. When you become identified as pure, limitless consciousness and awareness, rather than the thoughts you hold in the awareness, be the ocean, be the sky. Just allow all things to come and go. Can you do that? You know how you can do that? By desiring it. So don't think that desire is something very far from you. All of us can desire anything we want. Anything we want. Don't be afraid, therefore, to desire to be an angel. So desire is everything. So do not wait to wake up. Do not wait for something to wake you up, because then you are being an effect. Remember, you are forever the cause of everything. You are the cause. You are the cause. You are the cause. The wave and the ocean are one. They cause everything. We are not the effect of anything at all. We are not the effect of our mom and dad having sex in the back seat of the car. We are not an effect of that. We caused our being to come into the womb of a certain woman. We caused our being to be that. Before we were born also, we decided who will be our mom and who will be our dad, and which country we will be born and what poverty we will live. All was decided by us before we took on the human form. Because you know, as I have taught you, we existed in reality long before. I gave you that diagram. This is who you are. You are one who lived trillions of years before you became a human being, and you will continue to live for trillions of years after you die. In the meantime, the real you, the real Allison, is this one. This is your life in the body. Your real you is infinite. Infinite. So therefore I am going to cast before you another desire. Desire to move out of your body and to experience your infiniteness. So some of the prayers that we do are lousy because we are only going, this is the only life that we have compared to that. And all that we want to do is, I hope I don't get cancer. Okay. I hope my husband loves me till I die. Okay. We forget that. We forget that. And here we want everything to be happy, not knowing that life is just a nano moment compared to the life that we have. So we have closed our eyes to that and made this the whole thing of my life. The whole thing of my life is not this at all. This is just a drop of rain compared to the whole ocean. Your life now is a drop. So give the value of your life right now, give it the value of a drop compared to the ocean of water that is there. And so, if that is that, then therefore, how much value should I give to my eating and drinking and clothing and shoes and socks and hairstyle and this and that, just for compared to the trillions of years that is our existence? This life is just boom. Give it that value. Give it that value. And therefore, live. Even while you are this, live with an awareness that this is my reality. This is who I am. And my dear friends, if that is true, this is who I am, who is he? Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? The same. The same. So in that acknowledgement of yourself as an infinite and eternal being, you grow in respect and dignity and acknowledgement of every human being in this planet. And you begin to have compassion on yourself and say, oh my gosh, I was nuts. I was giving so much value to something that is just a drop. And then you begin to see others giving the same value. But because you have now come out from this mess of making this dot the reality, you begin to have compassion on those who think that this world is everything. So you don't condemn them, you have compassion. And Jesus says, I did not come to call but I came to call the sinners to repentance. which means I came to have compassion. I came that you may have life and life in abundance. I came to give my life for you. So when Christ gave his life for us, what was he doing? He was showing us the value. The value of this life is worth going on the cross. No big deal, because I know I am that. That's why he said, I am the resurrection. Before he died only, he said, I am the resurrection. And you know what, Sherry? You're the resurrection. You're not going to have the resurrection after you die. It's already offered to you right now. Christ did not rise on Easter Day because he already decided, I am the resurrection. But it will be manifested in that form after 3 days after you guys put me on the cross. But right now, I am the resurrection. Wow. So he's not afraid to go on the cross because I am the resurrection. So with this in our mind that we are eternal beings, infinite beings, let us, be so humble as to be able to say, oh God, you have created me out of nothing into such a beautiful, infinite, eternal being. I thank you for that. I'm grateful to you for that. You have given me, you have made, great is your name, Lord. Its majesty fills the earth. You have made man little less than an angel. You have made him triumph over God. You have made him, given him the earth and the heavens into his hands, and all things under his feet. You have put all things under our feet. Great is your name, Lord. So, imagine, therefore, that you are the actor in a story. There is a story and you are an actor. Okay? You are the actor. There is another director and there is a producer. So what freedom do you have? Because these two guys are telling you whether to smile or not. These two guys are telling you to shoot somebody or not. These two guys are pulling the string of your life. How long are you going to think of yourself as an actor? Are you therefore going to desire to be the one who directs your own life? Instead of saying, God is in charge, I surrender to Him. I have one lesson, whole lesson on, or 2 lessons on surrender. Surrender is not what you think you are. Surrender is not what we have been taught by so many people in this world. If you are truly the director, if you are the director of the play, what can the director do? What can the director do? So the director has made a play and has given the actor the script. Okay? The actor reads the script and you do. Now, what can the director do? You know what? The director is the only guy who has the power to change the script. And remember, you have the power to change the script of your own life. So move out from being the actor and somebody else pulling your strings. That's somebody whom you call God, someone whom you call parent, someone whom you call grandparent, somebody whom you call, and you say, you know why? I'm like this because my school teacher treated me like that, so I'm like this. Poor victim. And so you are now an actor on the stage with hundreds of people pulling strings here and there, and you are saying, okay, what do you want me to do? Somebody else is smiling. Okay, I'm smiling. No, you stone. No, cry. So the whole life goes living at the dictations of something that is running your life. Ask yourself, what the heck is running my life? When I don't want to smile, why should I smile? But we have learned to smile. So when you go to somebody's house and there are all people sitting down there, you know what you must do? Smile at them. And so you go to somebody's house and you see someone whom you hate, you smile at them and also smile at her, but you hate her. Why? Because somebody has pulled a string. Who has pulled a string? Social customs. You're not a slave of any social custom. You're not a slave of your past. You're not a slave of your teacher. You're not a slave of the pastor. You're not a slave. You're not a slave. You're not a slave. You're not an actor acting out the dictations of the director or the producer. You are the director of your own life. So how do you take back the direction of your own life? By desire. By desire. Do you desire, therefore, to move out of the role of being a mere actor and move into the role of being a director of your life? Which now requires a full change of perspective, a full change of life's orientation, a full change where you see, what I call a full change of reclaiming the power that you have given to these nuts. We have given our power to so many people. Freely we have given. Freely we have given. What is spirituality? One way of looking at spirituality is getting back your power. Getting back your dignity. Getting back your respect. Getting back your holiness. Getting back your eternalness. Getting back your infiniteness. Getting back. Which means from today onwards, you're going to claim your right to that. You're not going to beg God, oh God, make me a better person. No, you're going to claim it. I am a better person and I'm claiming it for myself. I am the director of my life. I am not just a wave of an ocean. I am the wave of the ocean, and the ocean has everything, and I can dip into the treasures of the ocean because they are mine. Which means you can dip into the treasures of God because they are yours. Did not Christ say, all that the Father has, He has given to me, and all that He has given to me, I have given to you. All that the Father has, He has given me, and all that He has given me, I have given to you. And we have just taken that thing and thrown it out. He said, no, I will get something for myself. I don't know what the Father gave you, and I don't know what the heck you gave me, but I have to struggle with my own life, and I have decided to struggle. No pain, no gain. God did not make us to get into pain in order to have gain. No. He says, I came that you may have life and life in abundance. He doesn't tell us, I came so that I can teach you to struggle and struggle and struggle till your teeth fall off and your hair fall to the ground. I didn't come to that. I came that you may have life and life in abundance. So change your attitude, change the way you look. So let us therefore at the end of this lesson begin to understand. I want you during the week to concentrate on this word. Just concentrate on this word, desire, desire, desire. If God created the universe out of pure desire, and I have that within myself, which of us does not have the ability to desire? He has given us the same. If God had the ability to desire and He created that, the same power which is called the ability of desire, He has poured into us. So it is time for us not to ask God for anything. Because every time we ask God for something, you know what He's saying? I already gave it to you, baby. Why are you blind? You're nuts. Oh, Father, just give me that. I already gave it to you. There's nothing more to give. There's only thing for us, therefore, to realize deeper and deeper what the Father has given us. So, on the one hand, we have a desire. On the other hand, we have, so I put it in small. What are these small desires? Desires for things, desires for praise, desires for glory, desires for better house, desire for a Harley Davidson motorcycle, desires for Olay shampoo. And so, because if you see yourself from morning to evening, we have at least 700 desires. A desire to comb your hair this way, a desire to paint your nails in that way, a desire to put your stomach in and walk out. A desire, a desire, a desire. All of us have these desires. And what happens? Because we are involved in this desire, we forget this. So consciously get rid of some of these desires. Consciously say, this is a desire I don't need. This is a desire that is taking space from the real desire that I want to desire. And did not Jesus say, what did he say? Desire first the kingdom of God, and everything will be given unto you. This is biblical spirituality. Seek first or desire first the kingdom of God, and all these things. But what we have done, we have shifted the whole thing here and we have done the opposite. Can you therefore again during this week and following this week focus this on the small desires and see how they are running your life and taking you away from the real desire, because this desire is what is desire of the world, and this desire is of not knights of God but kingdom of God. Seek first the kingdom of heaven, and all things will be handed over to you. Any questions? So we end the class.